Previously on Revenge.
If you attempt to alert Daniel to our resurgent relationship, your son will be removed permanently.
There's $50,000 for your signature and a swift departure.
My father, he almost had the waterfront in the palm of his hand. All we need is the stowaway, and we can regain that foothold that he once had.
Actually, could you please close the door?
You can't do anything against the Ryans. It will hurt you. I'm referred to Carrion as a program. I never told her that.
Remember what's at stake for you if you don't find the carry-in program.
Aiden, what happened?
It's done. I made it look like an overdose. If there's a chance that my sister's alive, then I'm gonna find her. And if she is dead, then this is on you.
Aiden! Aiden!
I, Amanda Clark, take you, Jack Porter, to be my husband. In the presence of our best man, Sammy.
Amanda? Wow. What is going on here?
It's my wedding, Daddy.
Looks like you're preparing one fancy event. What are these pipe cleaners?
Her wedding ring, silly.
Oh. Very nice rings. So, who is the lucky guy? Ah, Jack.
Hey, Mr. Clark.
Well, I think you're just in time.
For what?
In its purest form, a union becomes part of our very essence. But when that bond is broken, our essence is forever changed.
Officiant certificate, check. Bridal bouquet ordered. Wedding cake on hold. Who knew officiant was French for wedding bitch? Hey, you okay?
Any news on Aiden's whereabouts?
Oh, not since La La Land. Seems he's taken a page from your manual on how to disappear without a trace. You don't think he'd go after the initiative on his own?
They just murdered his sister. At this point, I don't know what he'll do. Anything on Padma?
No communication there yet either, but believe me, I've got eyes and ears all over that one. If they make contact, I'll know.
Whatever you do, you cannot let Padma know that you're onto her.
I won't. Look, I know this isn't exactly the happy ending you envisioned for you and Jack.
All that matters is that he's happy.
Ems, there's no shame in admitting that your feelings about this marriage are complicated at the least.
I meant what I said. I'm happy that things are going Jack's way. He deserves it. And Amanda does too.
I don't know if I'd call Conrad Grayson commandeering half of the stowaway things going great for Jack.
What are you talking about?
Amanda didn't tell you?
Tell her what?
He thinks I'll let you two work this out. Sans moi. See you at the altar, Andy.
What?
A casino, right here. Condos with a bay view right over there. It's Atlantic City, but in half the time.
Yeah, what about the marshland to the east? I'm hearing we may have a fight on our hands with rezoning.
Not to worry. Once you announce your gubernatorial plans, those on the city council will be eager to earn favor with New York's next governor.
And for the ones who do cause problems, there are ways to handle them, too.
Might be best if you left the negotiations to us.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm some kind of school kid, sweetheart. I brought you this opportunity. I'm not getting pushed out.
We're fully aware of your contribution thus far and in no way seek to minimize your role in the project. Rising tide lifts all boats.
How did you ask me for help? Jack insisted we keep it inside the family. I had to honor that.
And so you went to Conrad? Amanda, whatever you need Jack to believe about you, Charlotte is not your sister any more than Conrad is her father. The Graysons were and always will be the enemy. Take this to the bank and get a cashier's check for whatever amount you owe him plus interest for his trouble.
Jack won't take your money.
Make him. Amanda, trust me, the Graysons always have a hidden agenda.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you actually shaved.
I figured if I was ever gonna.
Feeding time.
I'll do it. You got the diaper.
Okay, his bottles are in the fridge.
I'll warm it up.
You guys really got this whole parenting thing down.
That compliment sounds like it's got a favor attached to it.
Guilty as charged. I was hoping you and Charlotte could look after Carl for a few days.
Yeah, man, we got you covered. Does this mean you're actually going to do something fun?
I know, it's been pretty heavy around here lately, but I feel like ever since we got out from under the Ryans, I can breathe again. And I want to do something nice for her.
You're up later than usual. Daniel, must we continue with this endless display of animosity? I don't know how much longer I can weather this.
Emily came clean about how you manipulated her into spying on me. It's pathetic.
The fact that she agreed to my proposition should call her own motives into question.
I'll say what you want about Emily, but at least she had the courage to tell me the truth. More than I can say about you.
Lock the door behind you. Aiden. Where the hell have you been? Emily's been worried sick. I know you helped intercept the video of my sister's death. Yes. And I couldn't be more sorry. Call it up. Run the video. What can you tell me about this file I'm not seeing?
Well, what are we
Anything.
looking for?
Anything that leads me to who filmed it.
Well, this is the file structural metadata embedded in its intels, bitrate formats, date of creation.
6 years ago. 6 years ago? Carly led me to believe this was filmed 3 days ago.
She lied. That's what they do.
See, there was nothing you or Emily could have done to prevent this. It had already happened. And Emily is no more to blame in this than you are.
Is there any way to determine where it was filmed?
All right. Yeah, there. See that? An electric meter, so what?
Each one is embedded with a serial number unique to its location. If I can just enhance the image enough to read its sequence, we can hack the compass records, find it. Yes, but it's going to take time. Look, why don't we call Emily?
No.
Tell her
I don't want Emily involved.
Hate it.
Just run the program!
I tracked the electrical meter from the video to a condemned apartment building in Jersey City.
Did he say what he was expecting to find?
I don't even think he knows. To get clues as to who killed her, I guess.
Or irrefutable proof that she's actually dead. The initiative has him second-guessing everything.
Aiden's not the only one. What did the initiative want with a teenage girl?
Their father was the real target. Aiden's dad was a baggage handler at Heathrow. He loaded the bomb onto Flight 197. Colleen was never heard from again.
Do you think there's a possibility that the initiative is doing the same thing to Padma? Maybe they got to her family too.
I don't know, but right now all I care about is finding Aiden. In the meantime, I need you to hack into the Jersey City police system. Cross-check all Jane Does from 6 years ago with Colleen's description.
Ellen, I need to go on record here. Switching funds out of the European markets is fiscal suicide.
We're comfortable with the short-term losses. Daniel, our final plans are much grander in scope.
Algiers, Bahrain, Tunisia, these are all highly volatile regions with unregulated banking systems.
Which is precisely why we are investing in their infrastructure. These emerging governments need the financial backing of Western companies to facilitate reform.
Fine. I'll execute the purchase orders once I'm at the office.
They set me up, Victoria. In Gola, Libya, I wouldn't even know who to contact there. Someone made it look like I moved money for the people that blew up the plane. But I swear to you, I didn't do this.
David, the evidence tells a completely different story, and even if what you're saying is true, I wouldn't know how to begin to help you.
I know. I shouldn't be putting you in this position. It's just, I really have no one else to turn to. The whole world is against me. Victoria, are you there?
I'm sorry, David. There's nothing I can do for you. Please don't call me again.
Hi.
Hey.
What's this?
It's a little spot I found in Nantucket. Was thinking we could take the boat, sail out, stay a couple nights. Alone. Still got one working credit card. It's time we start enjoying our lives a little more. I already got Dak on board to take care of Carl. What do you say?
How about I love you? And, I've got a gift of my own.
Why do you have a check from Emily? And why are there so many zeros?
She wants us to convert it to a cashier's check and buy back the bar from Conrad.
I thought we agreed to keep the Grayson deal between us.
I know, but she found out, you know, Emily.
I don't want to be in debt to any of my friends.
You'd rather be in debt to your enemies? I get it, Jack. You're proud. You want to solve your own problems, and look, I'm partially responsible for us being here. But we have to keep in mind what they're capable of. Do I have to remind you what happened last time?
I almost lost you.
So why not let Emily help us get rid of them? Forever.
Conrad, a word?
Victoria, do you mind? We're actually in the middle of things.
And fully clothed. How refreshing.
Perhaps it'd be best if we gave us a moment of privacy.
I need a copy of every transaction you ever made on behalf of the initiative in the 90s, the same ones that the government used to convict David Clark.
You know, if I remember correctly, you long ago requested to remain ignorant of all those tedious little details. Would you care to explain the about face?
I overheard a phone conversation between Daniel and Helen Crowley, and I think that...
it's begun.
Yes, and if he follows their orders...
He'll be culpable of whatever catastrophe they're about to unleash.
Unfortunately, my son no longer listens to me, let alone trusts a word I have to say. But faced with hard evidence, perhaps he can be convinced. Now, do you have the documents or not? Aiden?
If you're here to talk me out of this, I'm not interested.
I'm not. How can I talk you out of anything if I don't know what you're thinking?
That video was made 6 years ago and not 3 days like Helen said. And maybe it was never even real at all. Maybe they staged the whole damn thing.
I want to believe it too, Aiden.
But you don't.
I didn't come here to fight. I came here to help.
Then help me. The video was made right here. This is the closest I've been to her since she was taken. I was 12. I never saw her again.
It's Nolan. He's been looking into coroner reports since 2007. Hey.
Oops. I've got some bad news.
Mr. Grayson.
Yes.
There's a Jack Porter here to see you. Jack, what a pleasant surprise.
There's some extra in there for you, for your trouble. I'm no tycoon, but I figure it's not bad for 1 week's investment.
I appreciate the offer, but I can't accept this.
I don't understand. We agreed that once I paid off the loan, I'd get back full ownership of the bar. That was the deal, right?
The deal's changed, Jack.
Have a look.
What the hell is all this?
These plans represent a revitalized vision of the waterfront property. I don't know about you, but I think the community's far outgrown its antiquated, albeit charming, blue-collar mystique.
I think you're forgetting that I still own half my bar, and I'm not selling if that's what you expect me to do.
Jack, I'm afraid you don't fully grasp your current inexorable station, so allow me to educate you. As we speak, the bank is reassessing your financial viability as a mortgage holder, and I think we both know that you failed to meet even the most lenient threshold for continued approval. Now, this assessment is going to trigger an assumption clause, allowing me to absorb your debt and own the bar outright.
Let me educate you about a few things. You either accept my very generous offer, or I will fight you every step of the way. I will drag you through court. I will get every quaint blue-collar buddy of mine to block every bulldozer you throw at that waterfront, and I swear to God, I will make you wish you never heard the word Montauk.
As I suspected, you are a man of principle. And I look forward to demonstrating what a man of means is truly capable of. Goodbye, Jack.
They're pulling the coroner's files from archives. It'll take a few minutes.
Is it Daniel?
Aiden, he doesn't matter right now.
He matters more than ever. He's on into the initiative. Take the call.
Daniel, hi.
There you are. I'm starting to think you were avoiding my call.
No, it's just been one of those days, you know.
Anything I can do to help?
No, my accountant for my foundation had me tied up all day, that's all.
Got it. I won't keep you. It's just that we haven't talked since the other night. I hope I didn't give the impression I was angry with you. Truth is, I appreciated your honesty.
Not everyone would be so understanding.
Learning how to forgive and forget is practically a survival technique in my family. I'll let you get back to your charity. I'll see you back in Hamptons.
Yeah. Bye, Daniel.
Grayson doesn't just want the stowaway deck, he wants the whole damn seaboard.
Who cares what he wants? We still don't have the bar, right? We're gonna fight him.
We'll lose. He's got more money than God. He's got an army of lawyers and political friends. I'm telling you, I don't even think it's worth the fight.
Did you tell Amanda about this yet?
No, and neither will you. The one thing I can stop the Graysons from doing is ruining our wedding. After everything Amanda's been through in her life, she deserves to be happy. Even if it's just for this one day.
Here you go, Miss Thornton.
What's up? That's my sister. You're right.
You want to see me?
You mind closing the doors? Padma, I know you must think that I've been avoiding you. You're not wrong.
I'm not an idiot.
I don't think you're an idiot at all. I think you are something else entirely. People have been lining up to use me since I made the cover of Wired at 22, so...
I'm not interested in your money, Nolan.
No. I think you are after something else far more valuable and dangerous. Now, I know the what. I just can't figure out the why. So, how's your father doing these days?
What?
Well, I ran a diagnostic of all your null-core communications, and up until a month ago, you two were talking every day, then suddenly, nothing. What happened?
You've been spying on me?
Hey, careful who you're calling black, little kettle. I am taking a huge risk right now going against the better judgment of someone I trust a lot more than you. Because my feelings for you defy logic. And I'm gonna ask you one last time, what happened to your father?
I'm telling you. Everything's fine.
Emily? Are you here? You're selling your share of the stowaway back to Jack. Now.
Well, as I explained to your fiancé, my share is not for sale.
You couldn't be more wrong about that.
It'll work because he trusts me.
How can you be so sure?
It's impossible.
Because I know David's deepest secret.
Where did you get
It's
this?
not important. The fact that I have it is.
1990.
So it has been you all this time.
I haven't even begun to make you and your family suffer for what they've done. So, this is how it's gonna go. You get your sorry ass back to the stowaway and tell Jack that at the second look, the numbers no longer make sense to you. Or that you've had a change of heart, or whatever lie it is you need to tell him. As long as when you walk out of that bar, Jack is once again the sole owner of the one thing his father was able to leave his sons. And after you've apologized and wished him well, you never, ever utter the name Porter again. Or I promise I will take a wrecking ball to every bit of this pathetic excuse for a life you've chosen.
You've reached Nick, you know what to do.
Mr. Ryan, yes, it's Colin Ray Grayson. I'm afraid our plan to revitalize Montauk has run into a bit of a snag. Can you meet me at the harbor? Thank you.
Colin deserve better than this.
Aiden, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna track them down and put a bullet in each one of their heads.
That's not the way, you know that. I'll just kill you too.
You don't understand, do you? Everything I've done, all my training was to save my sister. I failed her.
Just because you couldn't save Colleen, it doesn't mean that you can't honor her. We just have to approach this with a clear head.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm not as cold and calculated as you. I can't just turn my feelings on and off with the flick of a switch.
Is that what you think? That I don't feel? That I don't miss my father every single day? That I don't mourn the life that I could have had? But that's why people like you and me fight. Because it gives us something to live for when everything else has been taken away. I thought you understood that. I thought we shared that. We can do this together, Aiden. Don't go. Aiden, don't leave me alone in this. Aiden!
With my signature here, as far as yours, Mr. Porter. I don't get it. What changed? Well, it turns out the Coastal Commission caught a whiff of our intentions and threatened to keep us in the courts for years. So how about you simply thank me and I leave this establishment forever?
How about you just leave?
With pleasure.
A month ago, my mother called to tell me my father had left for a business trip and that she hadn't heard from him for 3 days. As soon as I hung up the phone with her, I was contacted at the office by a woman who told me they were holding him and that he'd be safe as long as I did what they told me to. Not that I expect you to believe any of this.
Well, let's just say, for now, I do. So, what was next?
At first, just to get close to you.
Which you did. And then?
They wanted me to locate a code for a program you'd written called Carrion.
How did they know it even existed?
I don't know. I don't even know what it does.
Well, let's just say in the wrong hands, Carrion would have millions of innocent people wishing I'd never taken an intro to computers in 4th grade. Lucky for humanity, I gave you an incomplete version of it.
So you knew all along? Nolan, you have to know that through this whole nightmare, my feelings for you, they're all real.
And I want to believe that. I do. I just need to think.
About whether you're going to help me or leave me.
Guys, Crowley isn't asking for an analysis of the metrics. He understands the volatility of these markets. Now, I asked you to execute the purchase order, so do it already.
If you execute this deal, you're going to come to regret it for the rest of your life. However short it will be.
What's this?
Just read it, Daniel. Your client, Helen Crowley, she represents the initiative. And they have planned for you what they did to us all those years ago when your father inadvertently helped down Flight 197. Now, if you go down the road with these people, You're not only endangering yourself, but everyone that you care for, including Emily Thorne.
Why didn't you tell me the truth?
Because I made threats against your life, forcing my silence. And they will make good on these threats if they ever find out we've spoken.
If I don't make that transaction she's requested, Helen's gonna suspect something's wrong.
Your father and I have a compilation of evidence that should neutralize Helen Crowley and the initiative. We just need time to extract our complicity from the equation. It's essential that you play along and do exactly what she says.
Yes, I'm watching. No, I'll deal with this.
We join here on this beautiful day to celebrate the union of our dear friends, Jack Porter and Amanda Clark. Two people who found true love, trust, friendship in a world that rarely makes that easy.
Are you coming or not? Patience, please.
Oh, that's funny.
May I have the rings, please? You guys remembered the rings, right?
Yeah?
Oh my God. You kept it. This just goes to show how long this was coming. When we were kids, Amanda and I actually acted out this day. She made me this ring out of a pipe cleaner, and she insisted that I wear a bow tie, which looked a little something like this. What I remember is a feeling I didn't have a word for yet. But when I was old enough to recognize it as love, you were gone. But that feeling stayed with me. You were always in my heart. Amanda, with this ring, you'll be in my life forever.
Jack Porter, you are the most incredible person I know. The most kind and loving and generous. I would say I don't deserve you, but if you've taught me one thing, it's that everyone deserves love and hope and security. Without you, I wouldn't have any of these things. With you, my life is complete. With this ring, I promise to cherish you and to honor you from this day forward until the end of time.
Almost there. And now, by the power vested in me, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Boy, hold on a second. 24 hours ago, you were talking like this was a done deal. And now you're walking away because of some regulatory hurdles?
Unfortunately, there are times when the other side possesses leverage, which, shall we say, render the fight too costly.
Other side? Who? Hey, we're not talking about the Porters, are we? Okay, look. Let's say somebody was able to remove this leverage you're talking about. Is the deal back on?
As it stands, Mr. Ryan, that's a purely hypothetical question. We never had this conversation.
Hey, you.
Sorry I didn't call you back sooner. I had Jack and Amanda's wedding.
Was that today? I had no idea. I'm a little out of touch these days.
Well, you are running a major investment firm. It's not exactly last summer.
No, it's not, is it? Not at all.
Are you okay?
Look, I don't want to force this. If it's not happening for us right now, maybe we should take that as a sign.
Daniel, where is this coming from?
I've just been thinking, and I just don't feel like it's the right time for us to rekindle things. It's been a hell of a summer, and I've got a lot on my plate at work. I just think it's best we wait for the dust to settle a bit.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Not right now, anyway. I'll see you around, all right?
Yep.
See you soon, buddy. You'll be a good little sleeper for these guys.
Have a good time. Go.
Bye, baby.
You, ready to sail? Mrs. Porter?
God, I like the sound of that.
Smile, Mr. and Mrs. Porter. Got it.
Bon voyage.
Conrad, is that you?
No, Victoria. The house is empty. It's just us. I thought you, of all people, would have known better than to test our resolve.
How the hell did you get in here?
Did I not make it abundantly clear? There would be deadly repercussions for warning Daniel against us?
If you do anything to harm him, I swear that
You'll what? Neutralize me? That's right. You heard everything. So unless you hand over whatever evidence you claim to possess, Daniel will soon receive a call asking to meet me for a drink. Only when he gets downstairs, his regular driver will have taken the night off. And you will never see your boy again.
You monster.
Takes one to know one, hmm? You know, it'll be almost a shame when I finally have to dispense with you. Oh, well. First things first. The evidence. Or shall we make that call to Daniel?
It's in the pool house.
Show me.
The safe is behind that mirror.
Okay, that's enough. I'll take it from here. The combination, please.
1, 2, 6, 7, 3.
It's empty.
This isn't.
Well, clearly you are a woman of many qualities, some of which I have regrettably underestimated.
Stop right there.
You're making a very big mistake.
The mistake was yours the moment you put a target on my son's head. It's over, Helen.
Why don't you just put the gun down, You're not gonna kill me. Victoria, you wept for 20 years over a man you betrayed. I hardly think you have it in you to kill a person in cold blood.
This is Daniel.
Listen to me carefully, Daniel. The next 2 words out of your mouth need to be, hello, Helen.
Your life depends on it.
Hello, Helen.
Say you're sorry I couldn't make it.
But that you'll be happy to reschedule for tomorrow.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, breakfast works just fine for me.
Now leave the Do not take the car service.
Meet me in the pool house, and I'll explain everything to you when you get home.
What the hell's going on? What was that phone call about?
Helen Crowley came to see me.
She was here? What did she say?
She said she was going to kill you.
Oh my God.
You're safe now. She's not going to harm you any longer.
You know what this reminds me of?
Hmm?
We had our first kiss on this boat.
That's right. Except, you were a little bit closer.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like this?
A little bit closer.
How's this?
Perfect.
I can't find Carl's pacifiers anywhere. I think I left them on the boat along with my laptop.
Well, mine's working just fine. We'll have these uploaded to PhotoShare by midnight.
Do you think it's okay if we call and ask them where they keep the extra pacifiers?
Do phones even work out there in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, the ship to shore does. I'm just gonna see if he answers.
Does no one answer a phone anymore? Amanda Clark stopped by earlier today. Seems to have a rather extraordinary problem.
I'll go first.
What on earth have you done?
I'm sorry I walked away from you. I needed time to think. I won't allow myself to become another casualty of these people. My sister deserves better. As do you. They will still pay, but on our terms.
I lost Daniel.
Then we'll find another way. No, you were right about everything you said yesterday. Except one thing.
What's that?
You're not alone in this. You never will be.
From the moment we're born, we're drawn to form a union with others. An abiding drive to connect, to love, to belong. In a perfect union, we find the strength we cannot find in ourselves.
Jack? Hey, Jack, come in, it's Deck.
But the strength of the union cannot be known.
Jack, look, I know you're big.
Until it is tested.